Have you ever wondered why you're tired all the time? Or more likely, have you ever started a new training program and just been far too tired to work out when the time comes? And this extends to other areas of your life as well. Maybe you don't have the energy to do the dishes at night. Maybe you wanted to start a new business or learn a new skill and you just don't have enough energy to do that either. You just come home and you want to crash out on the sofa and play Sonic the Hedgehog over and over again because it's the best game in the world. I'm not talking about myself here, I'm talking about someone I know. I can totally relate to this though. I'm a new parent, so I'm tired all the time. I don't know if I've mentioned that before on this channel, only like maybe a million times every single opportunity I get. Point is, lots of us are tired all the time. There are countless different programs, supplements, diets and fads out there that claim to help. The only issue is that none of them really work, and even if they do, the change is normally extremely minor. What I'm about to tell you might seem really obvious to you, or if you're anything like me, it might come as a bit of a revelation when you realise it for the first time. And that is the single thing that causes most of us to feel tired is stress, and also doing too much. We look at all these different possible explanations. Maybe I need to improve my sleep. Maybe I need to take this special supplement. Maybe I'm not exercising enough. Maybe I'm exercising too much. When actually, we're probably just doing too much stuff and we're too stressed, and so we have no energy to do anything else that we actually want to do. We're overworked, we're burned out. The problem is we slave away at work, we've got a long commute there and back, we try and do all these chores when we come home, we've got social commitments, we've got debt, all these other things. We're trying to cram all that in, and then on top of that, we're trying to work out as well, and then we wonder why we don't have energy for it. The thing is, you need that recharge time. It's not something you can just opt to skip out on. You need to refuel the tank. Too much exercise, too much activity, that won't leave you mentally exhausted. You'll still be able to come home and read a big book or start a new project. And at the same time, you can also adapt to that kind of activity. Emotional tiredness though, and stress, that's a whole different kettle of fish. When you spend all day arguing with people on the phone, or being told what to do, or biting your tongue, that's proper exhaustion. And when you get home, you just won't have the energy or the inclination to train or to do whatever else it is that you want to do. From a biological perspective, being in a state of chronic stress means that you're constantly producing cortisol and adrenaline. You're spending all your time in a catabolic state, burning through your fuel reserves, burning through your tissue, causing a buildup of adenosine and other byproducts in your brain and throughout your body. Eventually get to the point of adrenal fatigue where your adrenal glands are just like, I'm done, I've got no more adrenaline. At that point you're exhausted. Of course you're not going to be training or starting anything significant new. This is the point of burnout. Effectively it's the same thing as overtraining or overreaching. It's even been referred to as 21st century syndrome because it's so prevalent today. So if you want to make a change to your fitness or your self-development, don't start by trying to add something new. Start by trying to take something away. You can't just keep adding more and more commitments and expect your body and your brain to just keep up. If you want to start a new training program, look at other things that you can cut out. Look at ways that you can make your work less stressful. Maybe you can remove your commute somehow by doing a job share or by using flexi time or working from home. Maybe you talk to your manager because you've got too much on your plate. Maybe you remove some of your social commitments or your after-school curriculum. Maybe you hire a cleaner or a chef, or you just find some way to cut back on all the stuff you're doing so that you've then got a slot for the new training program. If you're really committed to getting into shape and making that kind of change, then you need to cut back on something. Some people will say, well, I can't work less because my work is so important and I have a family to support and things. Well, that might be true and very commendable, but remember that your fitness and your health are super important as well, as are your happiness. And actually, maybe you've got your priorities a bit wrong if you're working so hard that you've got no energy to do the other things you want to do in the evening. Finally, when training or when starting a new project, make sure it's something you're really excited about. Because as we've seen, energy comes a lot of the time from emotion. If you're really pumped for something, you're really psyched, you'll produce hormones that will help you to override tiredness. So find a way to train that you enjoy, whether that means starting martial arts or doing a sport or doing body weight training or lifting heavy weights. Try and remove the bits you're not looking forward to, like the commute to the gym perhaps, or maybe find a training buddy who you look forward to training with, or treat yourself to a great meal afterwards. Whatever the case, you should be replacing something that's draining with something that you can't wait to do. The result is you'll have more energy, you'll actually stick to your programs, and you'll create more positive change that you can then build off of in the future. So that's just a little quick tip. I hope you found it useful and interesting. If you did, then please leave a like and share it around. Comment down below and let me know if this applies to you. And stay tuned because I've got lots more content like this on the way on fitness, brain training, bodybuilding, all that cool stuff. If that sounds good, then thanks a ton for watching, and bye for now.